Barakatah Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rucha Kodash. Welcome to another live lesson. The name of this one is, But at the End It Shall Speak. It's dealing with Habakkuk, the second chapter, and the third verse. It says, For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. And pretty much this lesson is inspired by some good news that I just got from the brother, the second in command of the San Francisco camp, the brother Quanawaf. We affectionately call him Spartacus because there's a drawing of Spartacus that looks like him. And pretty much he just sent me this info, so I decided to do a little video on it, and it's centered around Revelation 13 and 16, actually 13 and 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. And what I'm talking about, just bear with me 1 second. Is this article that the young elder sent me, and I've corroborated it or verified it with another site. Although I'm sure there's more stuff coming out because it came out today, I believe. No, actually the 12th, June 12th, right here, 2024. Now it says 11, so I don't know what that's all about. But nevertheless, it says here, U.S. Department of Commerce to digitize the identities of all Americans receiving public benefits. You see? So remember, he said, Elder Pastor said it. He said it's going to start off with these, with the people that get benefits from the government, from the the military, the police, so on and so forth. Anyone that has anything to do with the government, And this is how it's starting. It says U.S. Department of Commerce to digitize the identities of all Americans receiving public benefits. I linked these in the description box. If it don't come up, you could just take this headline here and copy it into your search engine, or copy this right there, U.S. Department of Commerce to digitalize the identities of all Americans receiving public benefits, and this stuff should come up. Because sometimes when you post stuff or put links in the description box, it doesn't work. These devils, if it's not YouTube, and sometimes even YouTube videos don't even post up in the description box. They got it all effed up. So it has here, this is a trusted digital identity platform of services. Then you have your ID document readers, biometric readers, web portal, mobile app capture, liveness defection, customer CRM, biometric authentication, address verification, third-party service checks, ID verification, data extraction, OCR. And like the elder Ariella said, it's June, and everything is moving in this direction. Oh, actually, this is dated June 13th, 2024. It says, like your public benefits, you can keep your public benefits at a price, your freedom, the federal, and pretty much your life. Because if you take this device that's coming, the digital ID is not, not the MOTB, but it's a step closer to getting everything digitalized. All right. It says the federal government has adopted a whole of government campaign to enforce the adoption of a universal ID when universal basic income is adopted in the future. And that's your UBI. No one can be able to buy it. No man can buy or sell. Remember, it's June. Only the tagged and bagged will be on the list. All others can eat sawdust. This is the heartbeat of technocracy that has been in place since 1932. All right, and what happened back in the 30s? You had the Great Depression, and eventually FDR brought in what was called the New Deal, and this is where people got services and help and all that stuff from. All right, now When we go here to this one, Leo's newsletter, because this was actually written by Leo Hoffman via Leo Hoffman's Substack.com, and here we have Leo's newsletter. U.S. Department of Commerce has planned already in place to digitize the identities of all Americans receiving public benefits. Federal guidelines have already been secretly adopted for a digital ID program that will start off as voluntary, but only the most gullible Americans would believe that's anything but temporary. This is dated June 12, 2024. This one was dated June 13, 2024. All right, and then they got the same picture. It says, in the globalist drive toward the creation of a national digital ID, remember, they want to identify everybody. They want to tag everyone. When you're tagged, that means that you have a branding on you. When you have a branding on you, that means that you're property. You're already property of these devils by way of driver's license, especially the Social Security card, so on and so forth. But they want to have this inserted inside of you, and that way you would be what? A lifelong or lifetime slave or servant. And those that take the MOTB, which is the micro C-HIP, will be destroyed. This is why we go into this so much and so often, because it is very important to understand, identify, and not take this MOTB. Digital ID for all Americans is well underway. And the first group of citizens to be coerced into accepting a digital ID will be those receiving public benefits of one type or another. And the majority of these people out here, they don't know what the hell's going on. They scoff when when we go into the MOTB and the importance of it in prophecy, and how the whole thing is being rolled out today as we speak. But they don't listen. But that's all right, because if they don't listen and they take it, guess what? That's going to seal their fate. Government health care benefits, veterans benefits, Social Security benefits, and of course, low-income welfare programs of every type will all be fair game for digital IDs. And the U.S. government is already far down the road to adopting a strategy of digitizing all government-dependent citizens. See, so it's going to start off with those that are dependent on the government. They want to get their benefits, SNAP benefits, your welfare, your food stamps, or whatever the case may be, your Medicare, Medicaid, all this stuff. Well, guess what? You have to comply with the regulations of the government, as Jake has always been doing. It all begins with a little-known program within the U.S. Department of Commerce. I bet you didn't know that the Federal Commerce Department has a sub-agency called the National Institute of Standards and Technology, NIST for short. And that NIST has already adopted a set of digital identity guidelines. And you could click on there and go to them. These guidelines are ostensibly designed to better support public benefits programs. Biometric Update reports that these programs assist beneficiaries with essential needs such as food. See? You ain't be able to eat. Housing, won't be able to live anywhere. And medical expenses. You won't be able to go to any hospital, or any of your appointments without this thing. And then goes on to explain NIST's role in digitizing all these government beneficiaries. So it's getting there. The UBI, they've been talking about it for a while. This is why you had devils like Noah Harari saying, they want to track everybody, subdermally. Then this devil, Klaus Schwab, who just resigned, or whatever the hell he just did. No, that was this other devil, Dr. Fauci. But Klaus Schwab said you will own nothing and be happy. Why? Because they're going to give you everything, but you have to comply with the rules and regulations. And part of the rules and regulations are to go and accept this digital-based identification. As is almost always the case, the federal agency has partners in the private sector, right? That's these NGOs, which is the non-governmental agencies, which are lobbying for these different laws to be passed in their favor so that they can get the kickback on it. No, we never thought that the MOTB was a barcode tat. We never thought that. I don't know who told you that. We never taught that. We never believed that. We never said that. Maybe that's what you believed, but we never believed that. I don't know where you got that from. It says, to help it fulfill its mission of bringing in the technocratic biometric beast system. Ooh, say what? As is almost always the case, the federal agency has partners in the private sector to help it fulfill its mission of bringing in the technocratic biometric beast system designed to replace people's free will with government mandating every facet of their lives. This is a very important paragraph here. Loser always coming around saying that dumb shit. Yeah, can it? Matter of fact, if you know, do you have, you don't have the wrench. Somebody that got the wrench, stamp this guy here. Get rid of this. Hit him with some of that roach, that digital roach spray. Get rid of this clown. All right. It says biometric update writes, the project is a collaboration between NIST, Georgetown University's Beak Center for Social Impact Innovations, and the Center for Democracy and Technology, CDT. All right, the water, brother. The Commerce Department even has its own staffer whose sole responsibility is to oversee this digitization of public benefits. And this is the reason why the Lord said for us to warn the people. What does it say? Measure the time diligently within itself. You see? And when you measure the time, I got to set you up, but I got to set you up through my phone. Because I can't, for some reason, I can't do it here. When I click on here, it just says delete comment per user on timeout, ban user. It doesn't allow me to make you a what you call it on here. All right. So we're supposed to warn the people of what's coming. Just bear with me 1 second. Let me just see if I could pull this up. So I could give the elder a wrench. So he could wrench it. So he could wrench around it. Reach around and wrench it off. Shout out to my brothers out there in Indianapolis. Just inside joke. Just bear with me, Salaki. Shout out to my brothers out there in Indianapolis. Oh, Lord. How come it's... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, add as moderator. Managing moderator. All right. So, you should be good to go, Ariella. Guess, in time it'll come up. So this is Ezekiel 3:16. And it came to pass at the end of 7 days that the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word in my mouth, beautiful, and give them warning from me. See, we are the watchmen. The watchmen are supposed to be watching for the enemy. And once we see the enemy coming, give warning to Israel. Blow that trumpet. Give warning to Israel of what's coming. Remember, you had the trumpets that were made of silver. They were used to call the people in, or to call the leaders in, or to prepare people, prepare the soldiers for war. In this case, the prepared soldiers for war are spiritual warfare, which is being waged, and that the Lord is having us being prepared for. And we're warning the people, even the ones that are not prophets among the nation of Israel, so that they won't take this thing, so that they can be mentally prepared for what's coming. And knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. So now, as the watchman, let's look up the word watchman. The word is tazapah. Tazapah, to look out or about, spy, keep watch, observe, watch. And what did Yahushua say? Watch closely. He said, watch as well as pray. And pretty much when you get the when you see the enemy coming, you're supposed to warn the people. You're supposed to let them know what's going on. And the word for warning is zahar. To admonish, warn, teach, shine. See what? Shine the light. Send out light. Did not Yahushua tell his disciples that they were the light of the world? Yahushua is the light, and he transferred that light to them. Yahushua was the salt, he transferred that salt to them. Yahushua is the word, he transferred the word to the disciples, which later became apostles. And their job is to what? Turn on the flashlight of truth on all these lies. And the ones that can see through the darkness, then they will take heed, prepare themselves, and when the time comes, they won't get caught up in those traps that these devils are setting up, like it says in Psalms the 10th chapter and Psalms the 64th chapter and many others. Be light, be shining, to be taught, be admonished, to teach, warn. Now let's look up this word warn. Let's see what it says for the word warn. Just warn definition. It says, inform someone in advance of an impending or possible danger, problem, or other unpleasant situation. See? And that's what we're doing. We're warning you of the things that are coming, the days of evil. These are good precepts. Joel 2:1, blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. Right, and that is our job, to blow the trumpets. Ephesians 5:15 through 16, see then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. Right, and another job is to what? When we see these things coming, warn the people. Warn the Israelites of these things that are coming. The ones that take heed, they're going to be all right. The ones that don't, don't know what to tell you. So let's read a little more of this and we can close it out. The point is made. The Commerce Department even has its own staffer whose sole responsibility is to oversee the digitization of public benefits. See? Public benefits, the prison systems, the police departments, the military, governmental jobs, the post office, anything that these individuals that work for the state, on the highways and all that stuff. All of these people are going to have to take this MOTB in order to continue on working in the system eventually. Under Secretary of Commerce for Standards and Technology and NIST Director Lori E. Locascio emphasizes the importance of balancing access to security and benefits delivery. She noted that different populations face varied needs and barriers, which this collaboration aims to address by bringing together diverse communities. The plan is for the project to utilize NIST's process of community engagement to gather input for federal partners, state benefit program administrators, IT and cybersecurity leaders, digital identity experts, technologists, advocates, and individuals with direct experience in the public benefits system. Do you remember ever voting on this? I don't. And where is Congress? Why aren't they involved in more than just a periphery role in something as big and important as the creation of a national digital identification process? I tell you where the Congress is at. They're in the pockets of these big businesses. And they're lobbying laws for these big businesses so that they can be the ones that benefit off of this new system coming into place, because it's going to be the wave of the future. Nick Rockefeller told Aaron Russo that the plan of the international bankers is to have everyone C-hipped. All right. Instead, it looks like the digitalization of America and the world is going to be crammed down our throats. It will be up to us to what? Resist. And that's why we keep saying it's going to be a worldwide event. It's not going to be one state, one city, one county, one continent, one country. It's going to be 2 countries, 2 continents. It's going to be the whole entire world that they're going to bring this to. And the whole entire world that it's going to be brought to is the entire world that is under these modern systems. Not the ones that are still living primitive, like when they were before Esau, colonized everything. Revelation 3:10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience. This is dealing with the servants of the Lord, the slaves of the Lord. All right, vocab. Talking about, my slaves shall eat. Did you eat? So how can the curses be on you? That guy is a real fucking clown, for real. Anyways, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which ultimately the hour of temptation will culminate or finish at the point of when they make this thing mandatory and everyone is going to have to be micro C-hipped. And that's going to be a great time of testing, the hour of temptation. So the Lord said, because we kept the word of his patience, if we are his elect, he also will keep us from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. And both the word world in this scripture and the word earth means the whole entire globe. Y'all think y'all the first to break down the MOTB? Laugh out loud. Who did it? Who did it? Who's the first one to break down the MOTB? You tell me. We'll wait. All right, so meanwhile, you see the guys here. Oh man, I'm gonna take notes on that. Oh yeah, I'm gonna use that. Oh man, wait till I bring this out. They're gonna really lose their mind. Watch, I'm gonna be the talk of the town in the coffee room. You know, when I go to work tomorrow, I'm gonna bring this information out, and it's gonna blow their mind. That's what these little thieves do, little rats. The biometric update article goes on to quote Lynn Overman, executive director of Beak Center, who highlights the goal of developing human-centered solutions to improve government services, particularly for vulnerable populations. And it goes on and on and on. You know, the guy wrote about, you know, this whole system that the U.S. Department of Commerce has planned, you know, and set up in place. Yeah, I'm waiting to hear. You gonna make a statement. Y'all think y'all the first one to break down the MOTB? Laugh out loud. So who did it? Who was the first ones? Like Elder Ariella said, who was breaking it down? Who went through the scriptures and broke it down? GMO babies talk too much. Yeah, that's that GMO corn that's stuck in their gums. It just keeps on going and going and going. Let's see, even using the term MOTB. Exactly. Who he got that from? Oh, man. Damn, brother. The brother QI done smoked them with that. You know, Kwarai Bad. He smoked them with that one. You know, that the MOTB. Y'all, first of all, nobody ever said MOTB. We're the ones that said MOTB. So you're caught right there. The brother got you red-handed through the spirit. So what's up with that, using the term MOTB? And I'm telling you, this clown is going to go tomorrow to his job and pull up these same articles. And he's going to be the talk of the coffee, you know, of the coffee. At 9 o'clock tomorrow, he's going to be the talk of the coffee room. Say, oh, man, that guy is so deep. You know, he broke it down. Oh, wow. Goddamn little miscreant, you know, little rat thieves, you know. We still waiting, man. I'm about to close it out. Edom is using the term transhuman, not MOTB. First of all, transhuman has nothing to do with the MOTB. The MOTB is a separate system, although you can use the MOTB for that. But the MOTB, which you got that from us, you didn't get that from yourself. You know, we've been breaking this stuff down. So what's your point? And even the name he got, Sar Sahar, where'd you get that from? That's Paleo Hebrew. That ain't the Hebrew that the small hats speak. Them JOOS's. So what are you talking about then, man? I'm not against you, but y'all not the first ones to break the MOTB down. Y'all know that, right? Right. Anyways, that I'm gonna leave it at that, you know. So with that, I pray that your brothers and few sisters, the sincere ones, have been edified to the next time I say Shalom. And the Lord's he's gonna start doing shit, man. He's gonna start really putting the screws to these individuals that are bullshitting, playing games, you know. Anyways, Shalom.